some good reception. Taking a nice walk. We're en route to Maine. Dog is finding various watering holes, so as always, we'll wait for some people to get in. I spoke about most, so I'm going to clean this camera just because the view's so nice. I spoke mostly about what happened in terms of the latest developments with Aerosmith Levin. One of the things that's notable, I'll get the exact day right this time, is May 4th. May 4th is his projected release date, so he's going to be released about 10 days early. That's the official, that's what Janice said, that's the official court statement said. We got a few people in the chat, very cool. Hopefully one of you give me super chat. I do this all for nothing. Oh dear, says Bob Cox. Hey Bob Cox, nothing to say oh dear with, you're first, as it should be. Honor to have you first. Lisa Schleigel, think you're new here. Hey, nice to have you. Jennifer, with a cool jersey, always recognize you. Nice to have you, how are you? Bunny, good to have you. Sandy P, good to have you. Mrs. J, hello. Guys, please subscribe to Mrs. J. I did a good interview with her and Toddy One Skip not too long ago after all the verbal accosting. Oh, thank you that's very kind. Wow, I didn't expect to get a super chat this quick. Very kind. Thank you. Bunny Fufu, little Bunny Fufu, as the old saying goes. That's very sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, very nice chat, super chat. Very nice super chat from Bunny Fufu. I appreciate that. Cricket Cinema says hello, Jennifer. Cricket Cinema, good to have you. So yeah, I think this, you guys want to ask me anything, talk about anything. Here's an interesting thing that I think is an interesting open discussion that I might get different opinions on the chat from. Which you can just go in. Just go in. You're fine. It's shallow. You're good. Just go in. Just go in. You're fine. Don't. There you go. Told you. What was it talking about? I can't remember. Oh, yeah. I was curious about people's different opinions on this with Flavio Lugli. So something that I didn't mention, which I did hear, and sometimes you just forget to mention things. You have stuff written down, but obviously you want to do more stream of consciousness and speaking to the camera, so you forget little aspects that do make a difference. So I do understand some of the detractors' issues that Aaron receiving a phone call from the parents of Lugli, apparently, and I knew this before, it just slipped my mind, and they did actively want to get Lugli out of there. So that apparently was a thing, or they at least wanted, well, of course they wanted Lugli to get out of there, but they wanted him to contact his parents. But that's where the, I guess, chase my shoe. That's where the difference of, like, that's where the difference ends. I don't think it's a smart way. I don't think he did it in an intelligent way. I don't think he did it in a way that would exonerate him. I don't think this new bit of information that I didn't reveal, which I should have revealed, I don't think it makes a difference in terms of them trying to project that he wasn't protesting. Because if he's protesting, there's more of an assumption of accostation. And you know, this is, tell me if you think I should do a video on this. I think I should just interview the guy because it'll be interesting. But this young person got a very serious charge for firing a BB gun. So, you know, they'll be hungry for sorry guys, my shoe, something's in my shoe. Freaking something in my shoe. Ugh. There, this just became undone. Great, well, the dog messes up the shoe and then he takes the lining out of it and messes everything up, but that's all right. So now I have no lining in my shoe. If anybody wants to give me a super chat for new shoes because the dog likes to destroy them, please do. All right, now it feels better. Rest in peace, the insult for that shoe. But yeah, I don't think, and so that kid got arrested for something very serious. So it's a scary moment to think in a rather unprecedented fashion that Scientology will have a succession of court victories. Of course, they had one failure, but it's still, you know, it's still something to lament, especially with this guy. This kid fired a BB gun, made somebody feel threatened, unsafe. You know, a lot of people wouldn't be able to distinguish. Shoot your eye out, kid. A lot of people won't be able to distinguish a BB gun, you know, between a real gun potentially. And of course, Aaron had nothing to do with that. But I don't know. I do hope perhaps in his wisdom, that he could speak out against the, aggressive fun runs and everything, which they never really did. I mean, that's the interesting part. A lot of these, I can't remember the term of it, but they're Scientology building rushing, whatever. Aaron kind of walked so they could literally run. He walked into that building of private property so the other ones could run into that building of private property. Lindsay has my email. Oh, you're talking amongst the chat. Catching up on the chat. Opinion on UCLA PD. I don't know anything about that. I'll look at that. I'll take that into account. What a great view. Yeah, we're going for a nice hike. We're in Connecticut now. We're in between Hartford and Worcester, but I can't really tell you where. Probably Manchester. Name is so smart. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kind of, though I get to tell him to go in the shallow water. This is the other shallow part if you want. You want to go back in the river? You want to go back in the river? It's right here if you want to go in the river. River critter, river critter. He did it. Foundation, yeah. Who did it in the name of whose foundation? Oh, yeah. Aaron's saying he did it. And I think that's a far-fetched argument to make. You could try to make the argument potentially, but I think it's a stretch. I think, having any reasonable expectation that you'd free this person, and, it's not like legally contacting them back saying, yeah, I'm going to be in the lobby, come get me, show me some certain amount of protection, and I'll go with you. Then that's more of a rescue, and it's a rescue that's been endorsed by the person who's been wanting to rescue. So, I mean, a lawyer could even argue that maybe they were trying to kidnap him. Obviously, they were not, but Aaron Crew made it sound so dire. Right. I mean, that's the thing. It was over-dramatizing the impetus for him going in the first place. Well put, Santi P. Love where you're walking. Yeah, we're having a good time. The dog is good. It's hot for him. It's about 75 degrees, although it's going to drop. We're only driving 3 hours, but it's going to drop. By the time when we get up to Portland, it's going to drop by about 25 degrees. But we'll stop in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, which will be about probably 15 degrees, 20 degrees cooler than here as well. But he has good stamina because we're near the lake, near bodies of water. So he might be heading back towards the car though. Well, join the Marines. Cool. Thank you for your service. Are you a citizen or green card holder? I am. Both. Born and raised. I'm so American that my grandfather was captain of the boat behind the Mayflower. Geek, good to have you. So at least this is what happened to you and Aaron. I thought we were friends. No, and this is my fault over his. He's always plenty nice to me, but I did a few videos saying I appreciated a lot of his work, but his dating life was reckless, and bringing that into YouTube was, and some of his behaviors have been abusive, and he never fully explained an instance of physical abuse. And every time that people seem to be evolving from the drama, Jenna would post something crazy, and in Aaron's whole video of him being quite alarmed that the police were going to show up to his home because of Jenna overreacting, rings alarm bells to me. So there were things that I passed judgment on, that I still pass judgment on, obviously, that he didn't like. So I understand his point of view. He's never been unkind to me. But no, we're not. We are so not close that he accused me 4 times of stalking him at the Cracker Barrel when I got yelled at because I was smoking a cigarette outside the Cracker Barrel, and I didn't know that Aaron's friends were there. And so, yeah, Beck says drama. What drama? Ain't that the truth? Aaron has conditions on friendships like a middle-aged kid. Yeah, you have to look at some of this as being a coalition builder. You have to look at some of this as if you're in politics, right? And I say that because, for example, you need all the support you can get, even if it's not from the people who usually support you in specific circumstances, like wanting to get a not guilty verdict. And I said I don't think he should have had a guilty verdict for anything. Hey, Tampa Bay man, nice to have you. It's why he got a not guilty verdict. Or he should ally with people. I didn't need him to ally with me, but he should at least leave alone people who are, on his side at least some of the time. But it's all or nothing at all. I saw that video. Silly, yeah. Hey, Kat, nice to have you. You can come in, you can not come in, you can do whatever you'd like. I'm using my mom's car. Although my car's fine. I've just used it so much I didn't want to use it. Want to come? Alright, cool. I'm gonna use a porta potty. Give me a minute, just go in the bathroom. This is gonna be a great view, guys. Sorry I had a seat. I gotta put myself on. Can you hear me? Ew, I hate porta potties. Yeah, but hey, I don't want to get arrested for no public urination, so got more privacy than Aaron does right now. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Oh, what is that part? You want to see how I park? Because I'm from New York City. I didn't get my driver's license until I was 29 years old. Yeah, I park like an asshole. I remember somebody said, I don't even need to. Like that's the thing. If you're used to cars and driving when you're young, your spatiality gets a lot more strengthened. And if you don't, your spatiality is always off. I remember I was in Indiana. The guy got mad because I was parked much worse than this. I was taking like almost 3 parking spots. It's parked as diagonal as can be. He says, well, why are you parked like that? I can't believe, this is, you're blocking people. I said, oh, I'm sorry. I just got my license a week ago. And he said, don't need any convincing of that. It's not that bad. It's between the lines. Thank you. I was eating. Sorry. Filter yourself, Dodge, right? I should be selective of where what I film and what I don't. Aaron said he thought the runs were cool, Jennifer said. Oh, really? That's not good because they're escalating. I mean, if you want to be a kid, be a jackass, be a jackass. I don't think it's that horrific. I think Streets had a pretty reasoned take about it, which is not, you're playing with fire, but if you as an individual do it, okay. And it might inspire the Scientology basis to shut down. I mean, respect to Streets LA and Jessica for essentially spawning that. And spawning a constant communication of buildings where they can no longer be of use and perhaps must be shut down. Can't you back up and straighten up? Do you get a new car? No. I'm just letting my car take a break. Its windshield wipers are broken, so I had to pull over when it rained. I think it cost like $1,000 to fix the windshield wipers. So now I got back home and I'm just going up to Maine, so I'm using my mom's car. My mom is in Europe still. Loved my Audi. It's a good car. I like it. It's not the one that I would buy. It's a little boring, but I like it. It's the dog likes it. There's a lot more room for you, isn't there? He's always eating. He's cannibalizing himself. I'm not judging you. Not the Q7. That was like riding a horse. Yeah, no. This is a nice sedan. Guys, give me a moment. I need to get gas. Sorry, guys. Hope I didn't lose you. I had to find how to get gas. Sorry, guys. Hope I didn't lose you. I had to find how to get gas. But I lost a lot of you. It is hard to back up when you're when you park like an asshole. Audi, yeah. The whole thing of them taking handles off the door is crazy in a huge fire emergency. Yeah. Dodge, when are you coming back to Montreal? Well, I'm tempted soon. Maybe I'll go up to Montreal after I cover the rallies in Maine. I'll be right down the road. Is it worth visiting? Shoot me an email. Dodge.landis@gmail.com. I do have my passport. I always bring my passport with me just in case. So that's your rap star. failed rapper. As you might know, I was on a reality show with Ice-T when I was 15. I went to a snooty prep school, so he went to my prep school and tried to teach me and 7 other kids how to rap, and we opened for Public Enemy, and I was a freestyler, and I was just not good, and a guy threw a cup at me, another one threw a nickel at my head. I gotta put my seatbelt on, but we're almost at the gas station. Another threw a nickel at my head, and I was trying to take my mic into the audience, being like, hey, have the audience be like, hey. And instead of doing that, a guy tried to forcibly take the microphone away from me, but then ICE went up on stage and like cursed them all out and had all 3 people thrown out and said, fuck you. And then I actually got back at him. I said, well, he was sleeping, I was going to come creeping and kill him. So at least like I battle rapped him back. But yeah, that's my rap. You can look it up. It's on V8. If it's Ice-T's Rap School on. You can look it up on YouTube. Ice-T's Rap School. It was on VH1. Sounds fine. Muted? Am I muted? Just kidding. It's me. Okay, cool. Montreal is the most interesting ballot. I don't know what that means. Do they have Shenyang? Shenyang. All I care about is Shenyang. If they have a Shenyang, I'll go. Put a 1 if Shenyang is everything. And there is no other option. All right, here's my... My ass is dead. Is Connecticut gas cheaper than New York? Probably by a bit. Probably not by much. I miss being in Texas, Louisiana. Louisiana is real cheap. Mississippi is real cheap. Just kidding, it's not you. Okay, cool. Cool story, bro. How you doing, Kat? Hope you're good. I think I found everything. What is that part? Filled to yourself. Cool. We're going to listen to some Muzak soon. Tell me if you want me to. Put a 1 if you like the oldies. Put a 2 if you want me to further opine about various things. I don't think there's much else to talk about besides Aaron is getting, I think in case you missed it, Aaron is getting out early. He's getting out May 4th. He was originally projected to get out May 14th. So he has, I guess he always gets somewhat of a compromised sentence or something. Doing all right, but been better. I'm sorry to hear that, Kat. It is what it is. Congrats on all your journeys, by the way. Respect. Enter ping. Oh no, it's so peaceful. So is he a felon now? No. This is just a misdemeanor. Somebody else was asking about that. Even while he's on probation, Aaron can still vote. He can still do that, and he's not listed as a felon. Well, even if he was a felon, DeSantis surprisingly was supportive of a move to restore voting rights for felons. Ron DeSantis in Florida. So even if he was a felon, he'd still be able to vote. But yeah, so he can vote, and he has some strict stuff, but it's all just misdemeanor. And I think he's gonna stay in misdemeanor land, even if he violates any terms of his probation. It's just gonna be more misdemeanors. Some misdemeanors are more severe than others. I'll tell you that. It would be interesting to see if he probably will ever have no desire to go, but I wonder if he'll have a tough time getting into Canada. Because I know in Canada, they could, they won't let you in if you have a DUI. So obviously I don't have a DUI, so they've let me in. And they're strict. I mean, a lot of countries don't really care about misdemeanors, but Canada does. And I had other misdemeanors, but I had to talk about it with them. One was disorderly conduct, and they were concerned, and as annoying as a weed charge that was changed to disorderly conduct, which is more minor. But then disorderly conduct could also be winnowed down from like domestic abuse. So they wanted to see on the border if it was like what the reason was for the disorderly conduct, and then I showed them the original charge was marijuana, and they're like, oh, yeah, fine. But they will examine people's misdemeanors, and if they deem a misdemeanor to be violence related, now I don't know how much how violent they'd consider this battery per se. It's not domestic abuse, right? But I know they'll nix you. That's it. Other than that, stuff like that shows up on his record, but I don't think he's going to try to get a full-time job. Is a misdemeanor considered? Yeah, you could get a domestic violence misdemeanor, I believe. Yeah, Aaron could still have a gun, too. They were curious about the gun stuff. Aaron could absolutely have a gun. He could have a gun on probation. He could have a gun when he's off probation. Take a cruise ship to get in Canada, that works. No, because by sea and by land, they question you still. This is my experience when I was crossing via car. Well, so wow, they're building it. I am there. Ideal or opening the next great protest in Montreal. we'll party on Rue, what is it? Rue Saint Catherine and René Levesque. Party. Nasty little strip. It's like the old Vegas Strip of the East. Cool. Well, definitely. So he can't, right? Like, Aaron never wanted to go to that. He couldn't go to that. But other than that, I don't think there's, he'll be out. That'll be that. He'll have vengeance. He'll have vengeance against me. He'll have vengeance against Nora, against Lindsay. He'll be the great martyr. He is Martin Luther King. He is Nelson Mandela. Okay, if you don't get that, unsubscribe. I'm kidding. They might not get the gun if it's violent. I don't know, but I don't think it's that that's an interesting question. I don't believe so, because I don't think they're probably different categories of violence. I'm glad you guys enjoyed my Mandela comparison. Give me a moment, guys. We're just finding a hiking trail to go. Do not leave. I'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, guys. You got a nice 40 minutes till we do it. All right, guys. You got a nice 40 minutes till we do another hiking trail. We're going to see the dog's willingness to he might not even get out of it. It might be too hot for him. So we're going to see his willingness to want to do that or not. If he does not want to do that, then what that means is we will drive further into New Hampshire. Where it gets a little colder. New Hampshire, we're barely be in New Hampshire. We'll be in New Hampshire for a quick moment. And that'll be it. Oh, here are my cigarettes. Okay, we're good. How much gas do I have? 115 miles, not much. Oh well. Concentrate a little bit. A little bit of traffic, but not too bad. We're trying to avoid the worst of it as best we can. We got a red light, so we'll look at some of the chat while we got the red light. Congrats, Kat. Yeah, congratulations, 30 days. That's impressive, Kat. I ain't never been 38 days sober. I ain't been 1 day sober. I got a pot addiction. Although I've been many days sober from alcohol. Good for you. Respect. Aaron can learn a thing or two, eh? That's hard. It's hard. Anything that, it's like I could not imagine quitting cigarettes and weed. Could not imagine. That's why I thought about how awful. If I were put on probation, boy, I'd be back in jail in a quick second. I'll tell you. But if they didn't have the weed stuff, I wouldn't be back in jail. But if they had the weed stuff, great song. Oh, well. Do some Four Tops. Pie, honey buns, and a man should be. Can't help myself. I'm a fool in love, you see. Tell you that I know. Tell you that I know. I know it's good. And every time I see your face, get all choked up inside. And it with your name, girl, it starts to flame, burning in my heart, turning me apart. Matter what the time, I'm loving cannot die. Sugar pie, honey buns. And I know for you, wait for you, can't help myself. Of you and nobody else. The pie, honey buns. Thank you, buddy. Never heard me sing? Yeah, I got a baritone, I guess. Help myself. For you and nobody else. Like a pie, honey buns. And I love you, can't help myself. Oh, I can't help myself. Not all probations require alcohol and drug restrictions. Right, so Aaron doesn't have an alcohol restriction. He has an alcohol to excess restriction, but he does not have an alcohol restriction. So he could drink, and they're not going to test him for drinking. They will test him for weed and stuff, which I don't know if I doubt he does, because he'd be a hell of a lot more mellow if he did. But he can still drink, so if they test him for alcohol and he gets found, I don't think they will test him for alcohol, right? Because he could drink. He cannot drink to excess, which is an interesting, you know, wouldn't that be arguably subjective? Because it's not like a DUI thing where there's a, you know, a cognizant barometer, 0.08 versus a non-cognizant in terms of danger that you cause when driving. Drink to excess seems entirely, what, you know, Jenna Miscavige could have 2 mojitos and she might be drunk because of her frame, and she might be drinking to excess, and Aaron Smith Levin might have 2 mojitos and he would barely feel a thing because he's bigger. Now, if somebody only had 2 mojitos, are they drinking to excess? I would say not. So it's an interesting, I wonder how they quantify that. You know, I think the easiest way to quantify it is it's a safeguard if he gets kicked out of a bar and that's recorded, or causes some sort of disturbance, you know, because he's had problems in bars before, right? He hit on Hulk Hogan's daughter, Brooke Hogan, and called her "see you next Tuesday." You know, aim for the moon, man. And got into fisticuffs, and that was a whole barroom brawl, and I don't think any charges resulted, but there was police communication and it was recorded. So, you know, I think it's to have far more of a stringent punishment than it would normally carry. He shouldn't get tested for them charges. I agree, Bob. I don't think he should be found guilty. And no throwing women into walls, right, or holding them down, that certainly. Well, any type of charge gets magnified dramatically. Even getting the charge, as far as I'm understanding, is a violation of probation, even if you're found not guilty of the charge. And Aaron admitted, why not drink if you're not going to get wasted? It's the Louis Jordan song. What's the use of getting sober? You're going to go to get drunk again. What's the point? So have fun next year, Aaron. Yeah. It's going to be, yeah, I don't, you know. I mean, presumably, nobody will know if he drinks to excess in the privacy of his own home, or even if he goes to a bar and he drinks to excess, but he doesn't misbehave and there are no ramifications for it, right? So, you know, it'll be interesting. It's a whole year. It's a very long time. Seems longer than it should be. Trying to find a good song for us guys. He misbehaves sober. Yeah. Well, he doesn't need alcohol for it, eh? Ain't that the truth? Scott should have to get tested. He might, you know, there's been no resolution on his case. He said he was looking at a plea deal, but I guess that didn't materialize because I'm going to buy my ticket. I get some money the first of the month. I'm going to buy my ticket on the first of the month to go to Los Angeles. It sucks. I have to fly from New York to Los Angeles. This won't be fun. I hate flying. I do it for you guys. I really just don't like to. It's not that I'm scared. It's funny. People who hate flying are like usually scared. I'm not scared of flying, but I just don't like the inconvenience and hassle of it. It's just such a production, and then you have to get, you know, dog care and all that. You know, I don't like being away from the dog that much either. CBD, magnesium for pain, liver, weed is legal without a card. Well, but that's a weird thing. It shouldn't be so, but even in legal states, they can still test you for marijuana and consider that a drug, and just as you cannot drink to excess, right? It's legal to drink, but they do put a stipulation on a legal product. It'd be the same thing with marijuana. You know, I'm sure in some rural county in Oregon, part of somebody's probation would be no being tested positive for THC. Even though THC is legal, it would be considered still a drug. When's the next court? For Scott? I can't recall. I think he has a pre-trial before his actual trial. You know, who knows? I mean, in his pre-trial, he could end up taking a deal and there might not be a trial, which I wouldn't be upset over. You guys better help me out financially with that. No, you don't have to, but it's nice that Maryland yelled to me because I really did make all my money back going to Clearwater, which is nice. So I'm grateful for that, but I'm grateful for Maryland. Angel baby. He was freaking out last night on stream. Oh, DOA, saying he was overwhelmed with everything. Interesting, I missed that. And, you know, I'll look into more of Scott's streams if people enjoy the analysis of that, which I appreciate. So I'll look into more of Scott's streams as well. But yeah, so Cat saying he's freaking out last night on stream. Saying he was overwhelmed with everything. Interesting. Like, should have hired a lawyer. Yeah, no shit. It wasn't the reason to raise all. Yeah, I don't know where it went. Because I was, you know, I have reservations certainly up the wazoo about DOA. I was saying it did seem like the money was being spent transparently and justly, and that he was saving his attorney, Cape Lovitz, in his back pocket for when he needed him trial. And maybe he'll still put that rabbit out of the hat and use him in the trial, but it doesn't seem like that's the situation. That's beautiful, Dodge. Karma. Haha, yeah, it is. Raising money, ain't that the truth? Thank you. I know nothing about DOA. Haha, yes, you are a lucky one. Ignorance is bliss in this situation. Scott isn't getting any. Is he not? Is he not raising the same amount of funds? It's interesting. You know, everybody's saying, few Aaron fans and DOA fans said I was jealous because they got so much money, and I wouldn't be jealous if they got money that they could spend, but they can't use their money because it's either, you know, it's either on attorney fees or that they're absconding with it unethically. So, and then I'd be freaked out spending stolen money. Shit, you know where my money goes. You know exactly where my money goes. My money goes to that airport, to that airplane ticket to get you what you would like and to provide care for my dog. And that's it. End of story. You don't know. He'll say he needs 10,000, 30. He raised. Does anybody remember how much money he raised? I can't recall what. It was a chunk of change. Let's Weird Al this. Crying time for DOA. 100 years old. It's crying time for Scott. He has no lawyer. He spent all that money on a new RV. Still it has no toilet there. It's in the bucket. And his ass will be in jail in just 1 month. He was over 30K. What? I am jealous. I've never raised anything remotely close to 30K. But it don't go, you know, it only goes down the drain for legal stuff he gets himself into in the beginning. Typically don't watch people I don't like. It's unhealthy to read that way. I like that. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's 30K or so. Interesting. Kaylee wants to do another hockey. Who does? And time again, I'm going to jail. I can see that far away look, judge's eyes. And the judge, he thinks that I am a big asshole, but I got no lawyer, so the jury think he's right. Dodge, what was the DDT restitution hearing results? I think one of them were successful. I think Elena was successful. As I need to check. I need, as I recall, Elena was successful. I can't do much about that because Elena doesn't want me to interview the attorney, which the attorney's a nice guy, and he was down to be interviewed, but he was like, I have to ask Elena, and she was like, no, which is annoying. There's apparently, rumor has it that there may be a bond violation hearing for ZDT. Rumor has it. So the ZDT might not. Here's the thing about all these probation things, man. They're looking for you to fuck it up. Some do and some don't. ZDT has a much less stringent probation. There's no testing for him or anything like that. Or I don't think there's any alcohol testing or whatever. Is DOA still asking for money? Well, if he has no lawyer, what money is he asking for? Yeesh. Let's see what's on the radio. Not much. Another Ray Charles. All right, we'll do Ray Charles. You don't know me. Even so, one could tell. Think you know me well. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know the one. Dreams of you each night. Who longs to kiss your lips. Longs to hold you tight. Forgot the lyrics. All I've ever been knows you don't know me. You don't know me. I never knew the art of making love. My heart beats with love for you. Afraid and shy, let my chance go by. Chance that you might love me too. Your hand to me, and you wave goodbye. I'll watch you walk away beside some lucky guy. But never know how much I loves you so. You don't know me. I never knew the art of making love. My heart beats with love for you. Afraid and shy, I let my chance go by. Chance that you might love me too. You don't answer me, and you wave goodbye. I watch you walk away beside some lucky guy. But never know how much I loves you so. No, you don't know me. Meet Dodge. You like Dodge. He's authentic. Thank you. I got a mention. I'm honored. By who? By you, Mrs. J? Thank you. I'll check it out. See, I'm sure, interesting, Dodge. I'm sure ZDT will never tell the truth. No. So, you know, all we could really do is wait for filings to appear on the docket. Oh, wow, great. Thank you, Angie. Off the cuff type stream. Are you? I see. We're talking. Thank you. I like Dodge's fairness. Appreciate that. This is the Great Fats Domino, who had almost as many hits as Elvis. And I maintain that the reason he became not nearly as famous many years later is because he had a less exciting rock star style life. He married somebody in his 20s, stayed married until he died with the same woman until he died at 90. Never went to rehab, never had drug problems. But he inspired the first rock and roll riots. The big one, especially in Europe, the first international one was at a Fats Domino concert in Germany. And so he inspired the riotous rock and rollness and was a revolutionary in terms of music development. But anyway, here he is. Me and I'm in love again. And the loving since you know when. You know I love you. Yes, I do. And I'm saving all my loving just for you. Of course, from New Orleans. And mine and more. Don't even want you around no more. Hey, baby. Ooh-wee. Baby, don't you let your dog bite me. Oh, I missed most of it. You don't create your opinion to choose a side. It's your opinion. Amen. It belongs to you. Take it or leave it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I'm the same way too with my stuff. People give me guff. I'm going to try to objectively analyze things. I'm going to try to be smart about it and say what's helpful for the case, what's not. Did this person do something dumb? Did this person not do something dumb? Ultimately, Aaron did some dumb shit. And that's where, you know, I split the baby on this. He did some dumb shit, but I don't think it was proportional to him getting arrested. This is a great classic doo-wop song. The Jarmels, a little bit of soap. Wash away your lipstick from my face. A little bit of soap. Well, water never, never, never begins in my heart. And I feel through the lonely hills, little bit of soap will never wash away my tears. Little bit of soap will wash away your perfume from my face. Little bit of soap will never, 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 never begin. Take away the hurt and I through these lonely hills, a little bit of soap will never wash away my tears. Night and day, a little bird, and let the robin rest. Not your time to rest. You gonna pay? Little bit of soap will make away. Perfume will let you leave. Little bit of soap will never dance away the memory of me in the night as I pass through the lonely hills. A little bit of soap will never wash away my tears. And the memory of your name in the night I go through the lonely hills. A little bit of soap will never wash away my tears. A little bit of soap will never wash away my tears.
Flee the British invasion.
My tears are gone. The cry headache remains. Glad you're enjoying the oldies, guys. We're losing everybody. That's okay. You have a little vibrato there, Tox. Thank you. Very professional. Like William Hung. I've had no musical training. I'm the next William Hung. Thank you. I appreciate it. I could carry a tune. I always felt like I could sing quite well if I could figure out what, like, my voice is and, like, how to, you know, certain songs I can sing along well to, certain I can't, but which ones my voice can take advantage of, which ones I can't. How to switch octaves. I took a voice lesson class once for 6 months in high school. It's fun. I wish I took it more. Beat Dodge, you like Dodge. Thank you. Very kind. Let's see what else is playing. Let's talk about ZDT, right? He gets 4K. Said he gets 4K. It's hard to imagine. Maybe, I mean, he doesn't get 4K. We're talking about DOA, reading one of the chats. DOA doesn't get 4K a month from the profits he makes from his videos, because they're live, they make very little, but maybe if he gets super chats. This is a great version of Sunday Morning Coming Down, written by Chris Christopherson, also made famous by Johnny Cash, but the biggest hit version was by the great Ray Stevens, who did Mississippi Squirrel Revival and The Streak, Everything is Beautiful, Mr. Businessman, and many other great songs, and Misty, great cover of Misty. Ray Stevens, still around, I believe. Heavy lyrics. I dedicate this song to Aaron. It's about a guy being hungover. And comb my hair down the stairs to greet the day. Sunday morning coming down. And things the night before, cigarettes and songs I've been picking. It's an evidence of television. The can he was kicking. Then I crossed the night. Someone frying chicken. Back somewhere Sunday. Well, somewhere along the way, there ain't nothing short of dying. Sunday morning sidewalk, and Lord that I was stoned. Connecticut, 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 Wiccan, Massachusetts. Or Massachusetts. Makes the body feel at home. There's nothing short of dying, half as lonesome as the sound. Sun-bathed sunny sidewalk, Sunday morning coming down. Down in Benny with a laughing little girl, he was swinging. And I stopped beside the Sunday school, listened to the songs they were singing. Beautiful song, eh? It's ringing. Through the canyon, like the disappearing dreams of yesterday. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday makes a body feel alone. And there's something short of dying, half as lonesome as the sound. A Sunday city sidewalk, Sunday morning coming down. Probably stop soon, guys. I'll look at some of the chats.
Hi, this is Willie Nelson. Where musical memories.
See what's playing next. Hey, we still got 45 people here.
On Sirius XM.
Too bad I don't like this song that much. We'll find something else. Definitely not Phil Collins. No, there's a lot of bad songs right now. I'm trying to find something good for you guys. Let's see what. Oh, great song.
Kenny Rogers.
Oh, I just missed it. Roger Miller. City Star, Kansas City Star. It's what I are. Yodelee, you ought to see my car. Drive a big old Cadillac, wide wheels. Got rhinestones on the spokes. Got credit down at the grocery store. Barber tells me jokes. The number one attraction in every supermarket parking lot. The king of Kansas City. No thanks, Omaha. Thanks a lot. This is about Roger Miller. He wrote King of the Road, Dang Me, Chug-a-Lug. This is about somebody being a local TV kids show host, being a local star. My dad used to sing this as a joke when I became a local TV news anchor, as if I were a Kansas City star. City star, that's what I are. Yodelay, you ought to see my car. Drive a big old Cadillac, wide wheels, got rhinestones on the spokes. Credit down at the grocery store, and my barber tells me jokes. The #1 attraction in every supermarket parking lot. The king of Kansas City. No thanks, Omaha, thanks a lot. We're gonna have a Popeye cartoon in a minute. Oh, another classic. 1954, The Great Patti Page. She's in my top 10 of all-time favorite artists. Tennessee Waltz, probably her biggest hit. I was dancing with my bearling, the Tennessee Waltz. What an old friend I happened to see. Introduced me to my baby. I introduced her to my Bev one. While they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. Cold, stone cold. Remember the night, the Tennessee Waltz. Now I know just how much I have lost. Yes, I lost my little darling. Right, they were dying. A beautiful Tennessee waltz. Introduce me to my baby. Crews will watch anything. Sorry, Dodge. That's alright. This ain't too exciting, but some people like the music. You guys keep me... This is mainly for me. You keep me company. I was dancing with my darling, the Tennessee Waltz. What an old friend I'd happen to see. Cracker Barrel! Who's near to my loved one, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. I remember the night and the Tennessee waltz. I know just how much I have lost. Alright, it's a little cooler up north. It's about 69 degrees. We'll see if this dog wants to get out of the car or not. We'll be out of the car in about 2 minutes. We're driving 6 minutes. I'm wrong. Old Tennessee waltz. Miss Patti Page, one of the all-time legends.
Great country classics never go out of style.
We gotta slow down. That's alright. Ain't going nowhere in a hurry anyway.
Oh, Sirius XM.
Story of my life. This is about Willie Nelson traveling with his friend across the country. And Lord knows I can relate to this song. Ending upright on the ground. Me and the dog have been to about half of the cities mentioned in the song. Taken several readings on Willie Nelson. My mind's still fairly sound. I guess Nashville was the roughest, but I know I've said the same about them all. Me and the dog had a rough time in Nashville one time. Ain't that the truth? We received our education in the cities of the nation. Me and Paul. Ain't that us? Received our education in the cities of the nation. Almost busted in Laredo, but for reasons that I'd rather not disclose. But if you're staying there in no hotel, there in Leeds, don't leave nothing in your clothes. the airport in Milwaukee, they refused to let us board the plane at all. We looked suspicious. I believe they like to pick on me and Paul. It's a place, Paul, with my dog, and this is my song. Been a rocky traveling, but I'm finally standing upright on the ground. After taking several readings, I'm surprised to find my mind still fairly sound. Nashville was the roughest, but I know I've said the same about them all. We received our education in the cities of the nation, me and Paul. Late to the party. Hey, Professor Concord. Well, we talked about most things in substance. We're just listening to music. Listen to some Willie Nelson. Wow, just wow. On a package show in Buffalo with us and Kitty Wells and Charlie Pride. About to make the turn. The show is long and we're just sitting there in the play and not just for the night. We drank a lot of whiskey, but I don't know if we went on that night at all. But I don't think they missed us. I guess Buffalo ain't geared for me and Paul. We're stopping at another lovely trail. Oh, it's been rough and rocky traveling, but I'm finally standing upright on the ground. Taken several readings, I'm surprised to find my mind still fairly sound. I guess Nashville was the roughest, but I know I've said the same about them all. We received our education in the cities of the nation, me and Paul.
One for the drummer, as Willie says in concert. That's me and Paul.
We're almost about to park. How's the reception? Because the top of my phone's broken, so I can't drag down and check my reception. So hopefully you guys can still hear me.
Hall of Famer Bobby Bear from the pen of Shell's.
Hopefully you can still hear me all right. But I don't know. I don't know how the reception is. Good song. Fine. So fine, yeah. My baby's so goddamn fine. Meaning up and down my spine. Oh, yeah. So fine. Me. Thrill me. Thrill me, yeah. My baby don't know the time. Oh, do I have to pay for this shit? I'll park at the boat ramp if I do. I ain't paying. Fuck you. I ain't paying. Am I paying or no? Park office, stop. Camper check-in. No fee. Alright, great. We are A-okay. Park in the shade. Oh, so fine. Yeah. My baby's so doggone fine. Man, tails up and down my spine. Yeah, whoa, whoa. Hell yeah. Hey, Lindsay, nice to have you. Yeah, so though we just parked, so we might not have it very long. Although if the dog doesn't want to walk, then we'll have more oldies. Hey, you want to come? Hey. No, he wants to go for a walk. Give me a moment, guys. Remember where we are. No. Beef. Lindsay, good to have you, as I was saying. Got the oldies. I know you're an oldies fan, Lindy. Respect. Very respect. Let's see who else. See you late to the party. Lindsay, I hope you're doing well. I need to watch your stream. I heard your stream is growing, and congrats on the growth of your channel. It looks like you covered a nice political niche for yourself, which I'm a little jealous of, honestly. I'm trying to carve a political niche. So well done. Your dog is so cool. Thank you. I found him in Mexico on the street. He's much skinnier back then. Do you have Discord? Somebody asked. You guys in your Discords, man. Let's see if I missed anything in this chat. Catch up. It is a little colder here. It's about 6 degrees colder than where we I have yet to need to throw my jacket on, but I think I will when we get more up north. So much stuff donated. Yeah, does anybody know the totals of things that have been donated? I'm really curious about that, like what the total donation is, because we'll never really know how much Aaron spent on this lawyer. At least with Aaron, the money is actually going to his lawyer. And again, it is all funny, the jealousy stuff, like jealousy makes money. I'm like, it just goes to get yourself out of jail. Like, you're just sinking it. It's not fun to raise all this money if you're creating a new circumstance for yourself where you all of a sudden have to pay an exorbitant amount of money. Hey. Stop. Thank you. All right, you go wherever you want now. I don't like him going close to dogs because he starts beef. Dodge, did I read the appeal? Or you're saying you did read the appeal? Wants to chase my shoe. Yeah, I read a bunch of the appeal as well. Again, as I was saying in the video, the appeal mainly focuses on that he couldn't talk about his history with the Church of Scientology. That wasn't fair, and that he wasn't able to proffer, which would provide a basis of an appeal anyway, and that his rights were violated. It's kind of ironic because it's like we're appealing something that makes it difficult to appeal. But yeah, so it's a weird approach to do it. There were some comments which I understand saying that, the judge could be admonishing towards somebody, and the attitude of the judge, as long as it's not biased, it doesn't sway the jury. Like, the judge could appear to be pissed off, and that's allowed. And that's true. I think the judge was walking a fine line. If I were looking at the appeal, I would give it to them. But I think there's enough there to not grant an appeal. And you have to remember that even if you think it's fair to get an appeal, the likelihood of anybody getting an appeal for anything is incredibly slim. 99% of appeals get denied. And, the tragedy is you see people with powerful attorneys, with, ace attorneys. The things that get appealed are high-profile, rich cases. Think Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby had a very effective attorney to get everything appealed. Other people at least got they don't even know if there'll be a possibility to even hear the appeal. So first the judge will look upon, all right, can this be forwarded to actually hear what is in the appeal, like to actually hear it out, to actually have a debate, to send it to another judge to rule that. So that's the first step, to see, like, will we even entertain this? Yeah, Lindsay, absolutely agree with you on the appeal. Yeah, I'll read your analysis, Lindsay. You guys subscribe to Lindsay. Only Patriots. I think that's the title now. Well, I could read it. Only Patriots with Lindsay, worth a sub. Look, I mean, I understand you're hopeless and you try to go. Anand Syed. Anybody remember Anand Syed? I think he did it. Some people don't think he did it. You remember that? That's that guy in Baltimore that killed that young Asian lady. And there's an HBO documentary, and he got an appeal, and then did they throw him back in? It's like he got an appeal. So it's hard, right? You could get an appeal, and then they could throw you still back in. So, and again, high-profile cases. Now, I don't pay attention to non-high-profile cases, so perhaps they happen too. But I think they are mostly reserved for people with a lot of media attention. And I'm sorry, Aaron could say this is the trial of the century, but he's losing views. And the views on the whole of all of this is just getting more, hey, 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 hey. Come here. Thank you. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, stop. Thank you. He just wants to say hi, but you're so rude. I won't let you. All right, babe. Hey, 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 come here. Too many dogs here. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Oh. Anyway, even if they have to agree with this one point, it's really difficult or rise to redoing. Yes, yeah. Oh, say come on. That's our code word for squirrel. I yell at the dog if he gets, because he's off leash, so I don't want to freak other people out. So I yell at the dog because he knows he's not supposed to get close to other dogs, and I don't like it when he pisses. He knows he's not supposed to gravitate and walk towards other dogs passing by. Yeah, he still does it, which annoys me, but whatever. Birdie told me, says Money Fufu, the prosecutor is informed of the conduct of the streams regarding the judge. Yeah, I mean, they could be informed. And again, the streams were dumb in terms of the reality of the sentencing. But, you know, Aaron's streams had nothing to do with the jury finding him guilty. How good he found his river. That didn't matter, right? So it mattered in the sentencing. I don't think, you know, him talking about the judge during his case is going to hurt him or get a contempt of court charge or anything like that. I just don't see that happening. I really don't. Or, yep. I just don't see that being a, like, people could submit it and it could be looked at and it could be serious enough to be submitted and looked at. But ultimately, it's the right to free speech, and you're allowed to comment in your own case. You're allowed to call people names, as dumb as it might be. So I don't think any of that matters. I don't think Jenna talking about the case matters that much. But yes, we are in Connecticut. We're in Massachusetts. We're barely in Massachusetts. Like we're near Worcester. We're like south of Worcester. We're probably like, I think I'm going to get dinner in Worcester. We're probably like 40 minutes south of Worcester. Sturbridge? We might be in Sturbridge. I think we're in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. But we're just outside of Connecticut. It is beautiful. This is my life. I just go to places and hike and walk in beautiful places. Like, oh, the day's over. Great. So thank you guys for keeping company. All of this, getting to LA, covering elections, all of this is to have an excuse to plan my life around doing this all day. And then obviously work and do some meaningful things and have a goal, be like, all right, I'll get here. But yeah, this is really what I enjoy doing. Dang, sorry, I mean, you're close. You're very close, Money, because it's like just north of Connecticut. My fam is, that's a good question. Now, Lowell would be north of Worcester. I've never been to Lowell. That would be north of Worcester. You see something, I don't know why. You can chase it if you want. Lowell will be north of that. It might be near, we're not far from Fitchburg. Fitchburg is closer. I think Fitchburg is a little closer to Boston. It's like Framingham. I'm trying to know. I mean, I don't know that much about Boston area geography, but a little bit. Very different, very, very conservative working class, different than Boston. And even Worcester's kind of a conservative city. Springfield isn't, but Worcester is more so. I haven't traveled much. You guys, it's a beautiful country. Looks like a beautiful day. It is. It's going to get progressively colder the further north you're going to get. But it is a beautiful day, yeah. The dog is happy because there's not too much sun. There's like a little bit, but not much. haven't smoked a cigarette yet. That's cool. I didn't know your family was from Massachusetts, though, Lindsay. Awesome. Long way, all the way down to Florida. Warmer weather. Question, BB. Who, what, where, when? What? Question, who's BB? BB gun? Oh, put a 1 in the chat if you want me to cover the trial, if you please not guilty, or the hearings of that kid who fired the BB gun. I think that could be kind of interesting. That's big news. I've been meaning to do a video on that. There hasn't been anything this serious, right? DOA never had anything that could have resembled a gun or anything like that. Aaron obviously never did. DOA had the assault with a deadly weapon, but there was no actual real deadly weapon, which is why it's kind of insane. But this is the first time I'm surprised it took this long. I remember during the craziness of the La Poubelle protest, there was a crazy guy who threw maybe 3 or 4 beer bottles, glass beer bottles, shattered it, scared some people. And that was that was the scariest thing, was the person throwing the beer bottle. And now somebody has fired a BB gun. They'll shoot your eye out, kid. But he's fired a BB gun, but, which could have been interpreted as a gun. 1, okay, cool. Yeah, who is BB, though? So, yeah, it's what I'm really scared about is Scientology will have a lot more strength to go after protesters who aren't doing stuff like that. So it's, it's different eras, right? The first era was perhaps the anonymous situation. And the second era was many years, a decade later with Streets LA and Jessica Palma-Dessa and that movement growing. And part of that first era was the successful protest of the Ideal Org in Chicago, other locations as well. And I guess the third was the fall apart, the convoy in the beginning and the end, La Poubelle. The fourth is, instead of it being quiet, which would be the assumption, now the fourth is the I forget what they are called, the dry runs, fun runs, whatever. So we're in the fourth era. Late stage capitalism. Late stage YouTubeism. Looks like a gun, then it's a gun. Yeah, but is a BB gun a gun or is it a toy, arguably? Because it can't kill anybody. So, toy gun, a Nerf gun is not a gun. A Nerf gun is a toy. Christmas story. Dodge, can I share your stream on my page post? Thank you. It's very kind. Absolutely, Lindsay. I appreciate that. It's very kind. You can certainly share the stream. We'll get a lot more political, too, from your political friends. We're covering the main race, and we're going to cover the Michigan primary. That's much further away. That's in August. Somewhere beautiful for that, too. I like heading up north. The trees are a little taller. I like them. Third era was it right. So that's the saying. It's with the occupation. That's a convoy / occupation. The post-ASL era. Yeah. Essentially what it is. Exactly. Post-ASL era. And that's the thing. And he allowed himself to be part of the post. Because he used to really be supportive of a lot of the community and really shine a spotlight on anybody who's protesting. And then he had all these specific reasons as to why he wasn't. And you think that's the whole, he stated the whole purpose of his being is to diminish Scientology, destroy Scientology. Highlighting people who are protesting Scientology, making Scientology look bad, is part of your whole ethos. So if you ignore that because you thought Henry, you didn't like that Henry is asking for money when you certainly have for something pretty similar. Something worse. You didn't like that Danny was asking for money. And it all fell apart. Those people had legitimate cases that had positive outcomes. So, you got more bang for your buck in terms of investment if you're donating to Henry or Danny. California, someone thinks you're using a weapon. Yes, I know, yeah. Which result with DOA. What happened with the kid, though, is this happened in Florida. So Florida's going to be a lot more understand a lot, give you a lot more leeway in terms of gun stuff, I bet. Dogs like me. You like sitting on benches. DOA is a hypocrite, it's a southern sleuth word. Hey, Verity, nice to have you. Lynn, Stanny, and Rennie to go on the list. It's very true. Well, I think we talked about most of the rub. Get a little front shot of the dog. So weird. Does anybody else's dog just do this? It's very strange. I read in ChatGPT that dogs who travel a lot and that were street dogs, the reason they like this is they have, and the reason he'll like, I'll eventually tell him to like go on, but if I don't, he'll be like this for an hour or something. And apparently the reason is they're scanning, this is an elevated position and they're scanning things, and they're scanning for safety, but also for him because he's so predatory. He thinks this is a better advantage spot to look for squirrels and small animals and things. So I don't know. That's what part of me thinks, do people over analyze dogs, and are they not actually that complicated? Who knows? I don't think you're that smart. I'm kidding. I think you're dumb. Kidding. Why do you do what you do? Huh? Why do you eat poop? My dog is interesting, so he's not the first then. See, he's very muddy from the stream. Absolutely, he has a better vantage point. Probably learned that from a cat. Yeah, well, he was on the street for, that's the interesting part. Like, he was essentially he was an adult dog when I found him. He's a year and a half already. So he was on the street for a solid year and a half. He's probably about 7 now. He got a little tear. There you go. Checking for bugs, too. He does not like it when I pick ticks off him. He bites me. Beautiful dog. Thank you. Uh-oh, we have a tick. That's the problem. Ticks really get in its hair. No, I think you're all right. You're all right. I'm not going to harass you. Hey, Aloha. I'm about to leave, but thank you. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please ask me. Anybody want to ask me any questions, give their opinion about anything? I'm all ears. What kind soul that dog has. Thank you. Never thought about if dogs have kind souls. I like that. That's very kind. Thank you. He's a very cool dog. Very mellow most of the time. Although it's funny, in the last video in the pre-recorded, it was him that was barking outside a lot. He also yawns a lot. It's him barking outside because, like, I'll just let him hang out. He loves to bark at things, and I'll just sit and watch and then bark. It's my dog. Oh, I used to love walking him in the stream. Yeah, that's the most fun, right? Where they have like constant water access, or having a good time. Oh, do you have what is this? Okay, good. Not a tick. Isn't it funny? He has like eyebrows. I wonder how many dogs have eyebrows, but this one definitely does. And he's got all the gray. You can tell he's getting older. He has gray ear hairs. Say strong and funny as fuck. Respect. Thank you, Aloha. I appreciate it. Aloha, just like Natalie. Natalie's back. That's fun. Aloha to all that. Ooh, here's a fun one. Has anybody watched Aaron's streams, and who is the best host? Jetta's getting better. I'll say that. I think she's getting better at speaking more efficiently and more quickly, and getting to the point more easily, and not pausing as much. And she's still very, as Trump said, low energy Jeb, low energy Jenna, low energy Jenna. She's still low energy, but she's interesting. But she was interesting enough to like want to watch her for a bit and get all the details and stuff. So, yeah, her rundowns have been kind of interesting to watch. Maybe should I call Jenna low energy Jeb? What do you think about the kids running through the Scientology building? Says, hey, Marcy dotes and Daisy dotes. Little lambs eat ivy. A spiddly divey do, wouldn't you? A spiddly divey do, wouldn't you? Nice to have you back. I haven't seen you in a while, Marcy dotes and Daisy dotes and little lambs eat ivy. So I was talking about what I thought about this runs in the Scientology buildings. I think it's pretty reckless. It's funny in some regard. Streets has a point where maybe it's not that bad because it forces them to shut down again, and that there's constant impediments. But I think you're playing with fire, and I think people get the point if you do it once or twice. I don't think you need to do it over and over and over. But it's like a lot of that stuff, right? It's like even some of that's fun to watch. The climate defiance people who just all they do is protest. Private, fundraisers for billionaires and stuff. So it's not like they're the only kids to do it in this only topic, but I think you're asking for trouble. My dog has a beard and it's a girl. Weird. Very strange. So I think it's dangerous. I think it's funny to do once or twice or even 3 times, but beyond that, I don't think it's that wise, quite frankly. Just my 2 cents. All right, guys, I'm going to go save my battery. Love you all. If you want to give me a super chat, now's your last chance. Teach kids not to mess with Scientology, please. Oh, wow. Thank you, Clara. I was just being silly. That is very kind. Just here listening while trying to clean up. I hope your cleaning goes well. Very sweet, Clara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Wow. Somebody answered my call. Clara has been one of the biggest supporters I've had, so I'm very grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It made my day, and the other one, too. Scientology up north had just finished watching the live with you, Linz and Mrs. J. So I'm going to check that out, guys. I'm excited. Whose channel is that on? Is that on Lindsay's channel or Mrs. J's channel? Let me know, and then I'll watch that as well. You see my fit today, if you're curious. Got red on red on red. I got, wasn't me. I guess so. Well, look for either Lindsay's channel or Mrs. There's so much content, it's hard to find everything. Mrs. J, is it on your channel or is it on Lindsay's channel? Cool. All right, note to self. I'll screenshot that. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you for all your support. Thank you, Dodge, for updating us here in trials. Appreciate you, buddy. Very kind, Southern Sleuth. You've been one of the most consistent supporters for a long time. So, been very meaningful to have you. I appreciate it. And thank you. It makes me feel good that this has, all I want to do with my life is provide a useful service and be of use to somebody. So, it means the world. Take care. Dog, get off. Never. Love you guys. Bye-bye.